Hello, hello, beautiful soul. Stacie Overman here, your spiritual guide and your co-creator in positive change, the founder of the New You group, and the founder, I should say New You program, and the founder of Understanding Divine Messages. I have a special guest today. I am so excited. I want you to meet her. Hi. Thanks for joining us. I have this special guest. Her name is Becky, and she just graduated from the New You program. I really want you to meet her. I want you to hear her story. It's very transformational. Where she came from before meeting me and where she is now is so amazing. I have watched this woman just bloom and blossom, and I tell you, every one of my clients is amazing. I'm so proud of them. They're exceptional. They're exceptional. Like, they're doing the work. They're doing what they are meant to do. They're doing the work to be able to better themselves and do the self-mastery that it takes to be a spiritual leader, to be a light worker, to be a way shower, to be an angel here on earth and make a difference. So I'm just waiting for Becky to request to join me. I see that she's watching. Hi, Jess, another one of my beautiful clients. So Becky just requests to join. Oh, another one of my beautiful clients just joined us. Hi, Myra. So Becky is just going to be requesting to join. Let me double check my settings to make sure I've allowed requesting to join. Oh, and it didn't allow this time. So now it's allowing. Now Becky can request to join. Thanks, Becky. Woohoo, approve. Always love it. Facebook has updates, and I never know what's going to be happening. Hey, and another one of my beautiful clients. Hi, Sherry. Oh my gosh. Well, we have a little echo. I don't know. We tested this earlier. Oh, she just got to plug her headphones in.
Thank you.
There we go.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Becky. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing so good.
Good.
I am doing really good. Fantastic, even.
I love it. Man, and then usually I'm thinking it's my dog's going to bark.
I know. That's why I'm like, of course. The garbage man came, the mailman came.
They do a good job of letting us know that someone's here, Mom. Someone's here.
Yep. Don't forget about me.
That's right. Becky, I was just telling them and I didn't tell them, I didn't steal your thunder, but I was saying how different life was before you met me and before you got into the program.
Yes.
Give us a little story background. Like, what were you going through? Like, what was the big thing that was just like, oh, man, I can't take another day like this?
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I think it stemmed from way back when I was young, being adopted, divorced parents. I don't know. I'd had some teenage, so it's just some emotional problems, just like depression, suicide kind of thoughts, stuff like that. Yeah. I just really felt like I didn't fit in, or that I just was kind of a misfit. I just felt lost a lot. But as I grew up, I got married, I had kids, everything was wonderful. I was so happy with my life, but still there was just something that just felt missing. And a year ago, I kind of had, I kind of went through a shift, I guess, for myself. Mm-hmm. And I felt like something was pulling me to get out of my own skin. Mm-hmm. And just, I needed some difference. So I had gone up to my hometown in Duluth, Minnesota, and along Lake Superior they have beautiful forests and on the waters, and I went for a long hike. During that hike, I just had this pull, and I brought my journal with me, and I started journaling. And again, I just felt like there was, like a stronger purpose, like there was just something I needed to do. But I had no idea. I mean, I just didn't understand, what was I supposed to do? I worked, I had kids, I was married. But then I got lupus, and the frustration with an autoimmune illness that kind of cripples you to the point you can't work.
Right.
On that journey up in Minnesota, I kind of felt like there's a stronger, I'm meant to do something more. And when I came back from that trip, I felt a little empowered, but I didn't know where to put that.
That makes sense.
You know, and just having that low self-esteem that, you know, I wasn't good enough, you know, just that hard feeling of where do I belong? What was I meant to do? Like, I just felt like I was so scattered and I didn't know what my purpose is. And again, I grew up very religious, I guess, in a religious family. Went to church every Sunday, you know, went to youth group, got confirmed. But when I got married, my husband wasn't, he believed, or he believes, I should say, but he was more, he never went to church. So again, I just felt something was just off.
Yeah.
And I started praying like, come on, just give me some guidance. I'm feeling a spark, but I don't know where to go from here.
Right.
And you know, when you have an illness and you just functioning and you just sometimes will think, what did I do wrong? You know, why is God punishing me?
Oh my gosh, I totally felt that when I got cancer because I was in that mindset too. It's like, oh, it is terrible.
Yeah. So, you know, I really had that, just that tough push-pulling of what I was supposed to do. And I don't know, to this day, I have no idea. I prayed for something to come forward for me. And you know how Facebook, they just have a lot of, I don't know, advertisements or people will, so I don't know if maybe a friend was with you and then I just happened to see you and something pulled me to you.
Yeah.
And again, like, you know, I don't work and I just was like, you know, I have time. I need to make time because I'm not one of those that makes time. And I need to research this a little more.
Yeah.
And when I found you, again, I have a happy life, but there's a piece of the puzzle still missing.
Right.
And you were like a ray of sunshine. And I'm still timid. I just didn't know, could I do this, you know?
Yeah.
But I can't express how happy I am and how blessed I am to meet you and what you have done in my life. A total change, total turnaround. Like, you know, when you look back at yourself and you think, and your younger self, and you think, wow, you know, you struggled and you went through all of these things, but I now know why I did it.
Yeah.
And
I have
even
total
though
goosebumps. I'm just like,
yeah,
ah.
yeah, you know, it's hard at the moment when you're going through tough things. Like, again, why did God? What did I do wrong?
Right.
But just knowing you and what you've helped me through, that there's a purpose for everything,
Yes.
a reason for everything. And I used to say that, but I don't know if I truly meant the true meaning behind it.
Right.
I do now.
Yeah.
Totally know
And
there is a reason for everything.
You realize that it wasn't a punishment, right? Like it was to align you with where you're going.
Yep, exactly. And that's what you helped me see,
Yeah.
is why things happened. And, you know, for me, I can now confidently let somebody else know that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, you can get through this, and you're a beautiful person.
Yes.
I cannot thank you enough for the confidence that I have never, I'm 46. I've never really had confidence. Maybe when I was, you know, under 5, but, you know, I don't remember that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I just never had the confidence.
Oh.
And it is, I think every day now I wake up, the confidence is getting stronger and stronger. And I am ready to take on the world.
I love
Am
it.
I still sick? I'm still sick. That's not going to go anywhere. But when your mentality is better, you can deal with it better.
Yeah,
And thanks to you,
I love that.
I can do that now.
I love that.
I feel stronger.
And I remember there was like plateaus, like you would do a lot of deep soul healing and you'd get to this level where you're like, oh my gosh, this was amazing. Like the blankets are lifted. Oh, and then I remember seeing you shift again and you raised up to another level. Oh my gosh, the fear, it's like released and
Yes.
this was amazing. And oh, it is just the greatest joy to
Yeah.
watch.
I think in the beginning of the program, I came into this like, am I going to get this? Am I going to be able to do this? Or is this just something that I started and I, excuse me, and I stop again because I feel like, excuse me, I'm a failure and I can't do it.
Right.
And in the beginning, you're right. I could physically, I could see the blankets, and you taught me that, and every step I took, I did. I felt everything coming off, and I felt the growth, the confidence, and happiness, like true happiness, coming from within.
I love it.
And wow, I just can't.
I love it.
I can't express it enough what a life changer you have been to me. So thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. And Becky, she's still figuring out like what she calls herself, but right now we're kind of using the term the old soul light worker, which is so
Yep.
cool. She's got a lot to share with the world, so much more to life. And you were right. You totally felt it. Your intuition, your soul was trying to tell you there's more to life, Becky. Go get it. Go get it. Go find it. Go remember. We all have it. It's just a matter of remembering because there's so much, the heavy blankets, all these limiting beliefs that gets in our way. And so we have
Yeah.
to peel it all away to remember. And now you're in that remembering state, and it's just so amazing. Mm.
It is amazing, and it's an amazing feeling. But yeah, the program has really helped me figure out me and what I am good at. Even though I never had confidence in myself or believed in myself, it just, yeah, it just was covering things one at a time and surprising myself, like, wait, what? You know,
Right?
and that is fun. And like, I can hardly wait for tomorrow or the next day. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It is so like
I'm
Christmas.
excited.
I see you guys and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so like inundated with like all this new stuff. And I'm like, oh, just wait till next week. Just wait till next week.
Yeah, and that's that is very true. I remember you saying that, and I in the beginning of the program, you start dabbling and you start reading and doing things, and then you're like, wow, yeah, oh my gosh, I can hardly wait for tomorrow. So, I got a ritual where every morning I look so forward to it,
Love that.
and I love it. Yeah,
Oh,
I love it, and I'm so excited to grow from here.
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing your story. It is such an
you're very
honor.
welcome.
You have been a
Yes.
huge blessing in my life, and I'm so grateful that we can be soul sisters for the rest of this lifetime together. And I'm sure we'll find each other in the next lifetime too.
Yep, definitely.
And so, if there's someone that's watching right now live, or someone that's going to catch the replay, and they're like, wow, that sounds like my story. That sounds like what I'm going through. What would you tell them if they're on the fence? Like they're just kind of like one foot, like maybe I should set up a discovery call with Stacie and see if this is for me, but I'm a little afraid. What would you say to them?
Wow, I say make that call, reach out to Stacie. I was timid too at first, not knowing what to expect, and that's kind of always been my thing. But I did. I finally one day was like, you know what? I have to do something for me. I've been struggling, and if there's hope, then I want to try it. And what does it hurt? Like, so when I called you, I just didn't know, and the connection was unreal.
Yeah.
So I recommend if someone is thinking about it, just do it, because once you do it and you talk to her, you will, and I'm not kidding you, you will instantly feel you'll instantly feel a connection, and that yes, this is the person that you're meant to connect with, and have her help you along your journey to grow and learn and understand, because the true happiness is incredible. Like I said, my confidence was bottomed out, and I am standing strong today telling you amazing, amazing stuff. And I wish I would have found her sooner.
Everything happens in divine time. I love it. I love it. I'm so proud of you. And
Thank
as you
you.
move forward in figuring out this spiritual leader that you're going to be, I would love to have you back on in the future for another testimonial.
I would love it. I would love it. Because, yes, like I said, every day is something new, and I love it.
Love
So,
that.
yeah.
Love that.
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. Thank you. I love that you said that connection too, because it's so true. About a year ago, I was told that the people I am working with and I'm supposed to work with, they're looking for me. And we don't even realize that we're looking for a specific person. And all of a sudden, it's like it feels deja vu, or it feels like old friends, or it feels like I know you, but I know I've never met you here. And it's kind of that weird thing when you're on the phone, because you're like listening and you're like, I know her. And I feel it
Yeah.
too. And so if you feel like
Yeah.
you know me, like Becky, like get on the call, send me a private message.
Definitely. I always say too, I've told people, I moved from Minnesota all the way down to Indiana to get married and live here with my husband. But have you ever seen people when you're out and about and you think, wow, that person kind of reminds me of somebody back home?
Yeah.
And I can't, like, I know people have done it because it's real.
Yeah.
Like, or it's, so meeting Stacie and having that connection, like, again, it was just like, wow, just that comfort. And it changed my life. So I love it, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Thank you.
She's wonderful. She's beautiful. She's loving. She's caring. She takes time.
Gonna make me cry.
She's just that comfort that will help you figure stuff out, and it's a blessing that I am grateful for.
Thank you. You get me all teary-eyed.
Oh.
I love it. I love it, love it. Reach out, send me a private message. Let's connect. Let's get on the phone together. Let's see if we're meant to work together. I would love to help you find your happiness, find your confidence, and know that there is something bigger for you here. This is not all for naught. You've gone through a lot. It's time to shine. Let's relight your light. Thank you, Becky.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Awesome. Angel blessings to everyone. And until next time, have a blessed day. Bye, Becky.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.